pleasant and blessed day to all of you, my dear viewers. Welcome to Ma'am Jack's Math Tutorials. Our topic for today is about finding the least common multiple or LCM of 2 to 4 numbers using the continuous division. Okay. When we say multiple, it is a product of that number and any other counting numbers. So for example, we have 3. What are the multiples of 3? So when we multiply 3 by 1, it will give us 3 also. And multiply it by 2, it will give us 6. Multiply it by 3, it will give us 9. Multiply it by 4, it will give us 12. So as you can see, and try to observe class, no? We have 3, 6, 9, 12. Multiples of a number can be determined by skip counting by that certain number. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and so on. Okay? Now, let's go find the least common multiples of 2 to 4 numbers. We have here numbers 4 and 16. So we're going to get the least common multiples of these two numbers by using the continuous division. So let's write 4 and 16 horizontally. And then, what are our prime divisors? We have 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So let's try number 2. Can we divide both 4 and 16 by 2? Yes. Okay, so let's write number 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now, is 2 and 8, or are 2 and 8 still divisible by 2? Yes, of course. So let's divide them again by number 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now look at our quotients here, 1 and 4. Is there a common prime divisor for them? No more. Okay, so let's stop there. This time, class, we're going to get all the divisors and your quotients and multiply them to get the least common multiple. So let's write 2 times 2 times 1 times 4. Okay, let's answer. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times 4 is equal to 16. So the LCM, or the least common multiple of 4 and 16, is our product, which is 16. Okay? Now, how to check if our answer is correct? By skip counting. Let's skip count by 4 and by 16, or by listing down all the multiples of 4 and 16. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on. Then let's have 16. After 16, we have 32, and after 32, we have 48, and so on. Now, do we have common multiples here? Yes, we have 16. Since we are looking for the least common multiple, when you say least, it is the smallest or the lowest number that they have in common. So we already have 16. That is why this is checked. Okay, now let's go to the next example. So we have here 6, 8, and 12. So let's find the LCM, or the least common multiple. Again, what are our first 5 prime divisors? We have 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. 6, 8, and 12. Now, can we divide 6, 8, and 12 by 2? Yes. So let's write 2 and divide. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay. 8 divided by 2 is 4. and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, look at our quotients here. We have 3, 4, and 6. Are these numbers divisible by 2? No, because number 3 is not divisible by 2. However, numbers 4 and 6 are divisible by 2. So, we still need to write number 2 here. And the number that is not divisible by 2, which is 3, we have to bring it down. And divide 4 by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Again, look at our quotients. Okay? So do we have 2 or more numbers that have a common divisor among these prime numbers? Yes, we have number 3. So we have to get or write 3 as our divisor. And then divide. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. Since 2 is not divisible by 3, so we have to bring it down. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. Okay, in our quotients here, there are no more 2 or more numbers that have common divisor among these prime numbers here. So we have to stop there. Okay, what are we going to do next? Let's get the divisors and all of our quotients. Let's multiply them. So we have 2 times 2 times 3 times 1 times 2 times 1. Okay, let's multiply. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. And 24 times 1 is still 24. So our least common multiple of number 6, 8, and 12 is 24. Now, let's check if our answer is correct by listing down all the multiples of numbers 6, 8, and 12. Or let's have the skip counting. Okay? So let's skip count. We have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on. We have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and so on. And we have 12, 24, 36, 48, and so on. Since we already have the very first number that they have in common, okay, we have already found our least common multiple, which is 24. So therefore, our answer here is correct. Okay? I hope you learned something from today's lesson, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated with the latest video lessons.